Good day, subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Jeremy. This is the Financial Education Channel, and today we're talking about 10 ways you can make money online making $100 a day. Now, why $100 a day and why online? Well, because I think $100 a day online is realistic if you put in a good amount of work for the next 12 to 18 months. This is not some kind of, it happens tomorrow and all of a sudden I'm making $100 a day. No, that is complete BS. If anybody wants to feed you that you can just do one of these 10 things and you're going to be making $100 profit, a month from now or 2 months from now, it's complete fabrication, guys. It's gonna take some work. It's gonna take 12 to 18 months, but if you put in the work necessary, if you're putting in hours a day, if you're putting in 2, 3, 4 hours a day, 5, 6 days a week, guys, you can absolutely make yourself an extra $100 a day after you're around the 12-month mark. And that's when I hit about $100 a day consistently online. I think, yeah, I was right around 12 months. Right around 12 months of putting in work online is when I hit $100 per day every single day. So that's about how much time you're going to need to put in, and it's going to take, a lot of time, each day. You're not just going to be able to do it once a week for an hour, those kinds of things, guys, but it's absolutely possible for every single person watching this video right now for you to do it. The money is out there. Trust me, it is out there. I've seen nothing but people achieve great things and do a lot better than $100 a day. I just think $100 is the most realistic, and to get to something like $1,000 a day online, you're going to need a lot more talent at that point, plus an extreme amount of work ethic. So you're going to need to way bump things up if you want to ever get to the point where you're doing like $1,000 a day, guys. But anyways, guys, let's get into this. Number one, and number one for a reason, guys, because this is the most practical out there, you don't need a talent, you don't need a skill, you just need to work your ass off for it, and it is being an eBay reseller. Being an eBay reseller, guys. This one involves 0% talent. This is straight hard work being an eBay reseller. How do you do this? How do you become an eBay reseller? Pretty simple. You set up an eBay account, right? And your job is to go out there and buy things that you can sell for a better price on eBay. So buy things in physical retail stores. I'm talking about scour antique stores. I'm talking about, look at your thrift stores in your area. I'm talking about going to Goodwill. I'm talking about going to these places that are physical retail shops, and also looking on online retail shops, including eBay, and finding deals that you can sell for more money on eBay. This is a trick, guys, and to get to that point, you've got to put in the work and it's not complicated work. It's simply seeing something in the store, pulling it up on eBay, seeing what that item sold for last. I see one of these statues in the store. Look up that statue on eBay, see how much it's selling for on eBay. Is it even selling for on eBay? Is this something that even sells on eBay? Look at the most recent prices that item sold for, find it on there. And if it's a good deal, if you can buy this for 20 bucks at the thrift store or the antique store, and people have bought it recently on eBay for 100 bucks, probably worth taking the risk to buy that. What's the worst case scenario? Maybe you sell it for 60, maybe you sell it for 80 and make a big profit, guys. This is what being an eBay reseller all about. Looking at a GoPro here. Go into an electronics store and you see this GoPro and you're like, oh, it's a GoPro Hero 4 Silver. And this electronics store, man, they must be desperate. They're trying to sell it for 175 bucks. Let me try it out. Okay, let me pull up on eBay. eBay, they're all selling for $225 to $245. I can probably flip this for maybe a $10 to $20 profit, somewhere around there, because of course you got the eBay costs in there. It's worth taking a risk. I'll risk, making 10, 20 bucks that way, guys, of profit. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. And as you make more and more profit, as you build up to bigger and bigger things, like this might be a big item, right? If you're buying this for 175 bucks from an electronics store at first, might be a big item for you. But over time, as long as you got the profits pouring in, you're making good buying decisions, which once again, it's not complicated. Look at the most recent sales for that item and go in and see if it's a good deal. And if it's not, then don't buy it. And if it is, then go ahead and buy it, guys. So not complicated work. It's just taking the time to do it and pull it up on your phone right there. Everybody's got a smartphone in their pocket, guys. Not rocket science. Everyone out there can absolutely do that one. 0% talent involved in that one. Number two, being an ebook seller. This one I absolutely love. This one, being an ebook seller. If I wasn't on YouTube and this channel wasn't so popular, I would probably very much contemplate being an ebook seller very seriously and just producing books. Now, to be an ebook seller, right? You've got to really be making like a book a week, a book every other week. Now, these books don't have to be super complicated. They don't have to be super complicated. For instance, if I was making books, I could make a book about this video you're watching right now, except instead of 10 ways on how to make $100 a day, I would call it 100 ways to make $100 a day online, guys. And it would probably be a 50 to 100 page book that I could probably throw together in maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. Sell it online, but the trick is at first you don't want to sell it for anything. You want to put it out there free. You want to make it free at first for like the first 2 weeks. And here's the other trick, and here's why you want to make it free. At the beginning of the book and at the end of the book, you want to ask everybody to please leave you a review on Amazon. That's basically, their payment to you is leaving a review on Amazon, right? So mention that at the very beginning of the book, like within the first page. Mention that in the very last page of the book, guys. That, please leave a review if you enjoyed this book, guys. It would mean so much to me if you leave a review on Amazon. And what you'll have happen is, a ton of people, if I came out with a book that said 100 ways to make $100 a day online, if I was giving it away for free, like ridiculous amounts of people, and that's if I never advertised on this channel or anything like that, like I just put it on Amazon, put it as free, probably hundreds if not thousands of downloads within the first week because it's free. Everybody loves something free, especially a book like that would be popping, guys. And you'll get reviews coming in, you'll get them pouring in. I mean, maybe 1 out of every 20 to maybe 1 out of every 50 people will actually go in there, back in there and review it, right? But you'll build up some reviews. Maybe after the first week or 2 weeks, you got 20, 30, 40 reviews in there, right? And then what you go ahead and do, then you start selling it for a price. And now it's got some ranking in Amazon because people have been clicking on it. So you're getting some SEO ranking. And as long as you know your SEO, you probably tag titled it right? And then you can start selling it and people will actually start buying it if it has really good reviews because they'll see, wow, this book has a 4.5 stars. Like this must be a good book. I need to buy it. And they will buy it, guys. But the trick is you got to be putting out like a book a week or a book every other week because if you're putting out a book a week, that's 52 books a year. 52 books a year. If you're making, let's say, $5 profit on each book, you can see there you'll be making a good chunk of change as long as you're selling like 1 book of each book a day or not. Yeah, 1 book a day, let's say. You'll be making a good chunk of change. Now, if you're doing 1 book every other week and you're only getting 1 sale, well, you still produce 26 books over the course of a year. 26 books, not bad, but of course you can definitely amp it up if you can keep the quality good and get that book out there, guys. So being an ebook seller, absolutely phenomenal, and it's easier than ever before, guys. Just make sure you're making it free at first. Make sure you're mentioning, please review my book in here, guys. Number three, another way you can make $100 a day online is YouTube. Now, YouTube's a phenomenal platform because one, there's a massive amount of people on YouTube searching stuff constantly, guys. There's like 1.5 billion users on YouTube that are logged in that use YouTube every single month. And then there's a massive amount of people that come on YouTube every single month that don't even have an account. I used to be one of those people up until about 1.5 years when I started on YouTube, right? I used to watch YouTube all the time, but I never had an account. There's 1.5 people that actually have an account and come on every month. So you got a huge bunch of people out there, right? You don't have to sell anything. You don't even have to sell anything to make $100 a day on YouTube. What you have to do, you have to get the views. Now, how you get the views, that's up to you. There's a million different styles of YouTube out there. There are YouTube channels that haven't even been created around a certain genre or something, guys. There's so much potential out there for YouTube, right? But if you want to be making $100 a day, And let's say if you're in the financial space or anything business related or something like this, you'll need to be getting about 10,000 views, maybe a little more than 10,000 views a day, because the financial related categories, business and those kinds of things, those are high CPM type things, right? I get premium ads put on my channel all the time. You know, the State Farms of the world, Allstate Insurance. Like, I get premium ads. I think I saw a Bud Light commercial on my channel the other day. Like, I get really premium ads for a mature base, right? But most YouTube channels are not like that. So if your channel's not in one of those spaces, then what you need to do, you need to be getting probably around 50,000-ish views a day to be making $100 a day, which 50,000 views a day is not a lot still, especially if you're in, say, a comedy drama or genre or something like that. Like, because think about it, if you've been on YouTube for 12 to 18 months and you've been going hard, meaning you're putting out 5 to 7 videos a week, or minimum three, but let's say you're putting out, you know, a video every day, and you do that for a year, you're gonna have 365 videos, right? So by a year and a half, you'll have, you know, 500 videos. With that type of backlog, you're probably gonna be able to get up to the point, as long as your quality is good, you'll probably be able to get up to a point where you're getting 50,000 views, especially if it's something comedy related or something like that, guys. And bada boom, bada bing, you got $100 a day. And once again, that's not a lot of views, guys. Like, there are creators on this platform that get millions of views. There are creators on this channel, on this place, that get 5 to 10 million views a day. 50,000 is not a lot, guys. 50,000 is not a lot. So YouTube's definitely a potential one out there. Number four is Fivver. There's a website called Fivver out there where you can, you know, say you're a graphic designer, you could be on there and you know, you basically just make an account and say, hey, for 10 bucks, for 20 bucks, I'll create you an awesome cover page for your YouTube channel or for your book or whatever it is you're doing, guys. And it's a pretty simple platform, and Fivver basically serves as a place where people that need something done online, something creative, something online, can meet up with somebody that has the expertise to do that. So if you have the expertise to do that, guys, and you like to sit at home and do stuff like that, you can absolutely do that, guys, from the comfort of your own home online and make $100 a day, especially once your reputation gets out there and you get reoccurring clients and those kinds of things, guys. So Fivver, definitely a good one to make $100 a day on. Number five, being an Instagrammer or Facebooker. Instagram, Facebook, you can absolutely grow on those because you can be discovered and those kinds of things, guys. Now, how you make money with Instagram or Facebook? One, you got to have a lot of people on your you know, I guess you don't call it a channel, but you know, the platform. You got to have, if you really want to be making money, you got to be having like 30,000, 50,000 or more followers on Facebook or Instagram, and be, you know, so a lot of people are seeing your pictures, a lot of people are seeing your videos and those kinds of things. And what you do from there is you reach out to, you know, don't reach out to big brands, because big brands don't care about you if you have 30,000 or 50,000, you know, followers on Instagram. That means nothing to them. Reach out to local places, a lot of local businesses, especially if a lot of those followers are like in your state or in your city, and say, hey, I can advertise your business here. You know, I'll do a video here, or I'll do a, you know, a Facebook post, I'll do an Instagram post here, me eating at your restaurant or whatever, you pay me 500 bucks or whatever, and it will get seen by 10,000 people or 20,000 people, or however many you think will get to see it, and I'll give you a shout out in there. And that's how you do it. You go pitching your channel around to local businesses. And once you get to the point where if you get to the point where you're huge, right, then brands will start coming to you and they'll start asking for deals and those kinds of things, guys. But when you're still in that like 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 followers on Instagram, you can get brand deals, absolutely, but you're going to have to go hunt for them rather than them coming to you, guys. So definitely a way you can make money there. Number six, if you're a good photographer or videographer, sell your images or videos on your own website. Now, when you put those images or those video clips on your website, right, make sure you know a lot about SEO. Once again, look up SEO. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, type in, you know, what is SEO and how to learn about SEO. That's search engine optimization. That will help your website rank better. Make sure you're putting in some type of branding in those images or something in everything that so somebody just can't screenshot that or copy it, because otherwise it will have your advertising in there, whatever it is. I might put financial education in mine or something like that, guys. So make sure someone just can't copy it, and then you could sell it for whatever price you want to sell it on your website for. Also, make sure you're also putting those clips on YouTube and other platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and those kinds of things. Make sure you're always putting your branding in there, so you're branded and somebody just can't screenshot it and copy it. And then what will happen over time is people will begin to find your content. I know on my business YouTube channel, I've had several people reach out to me and ask, I have a video where I did like a full video shoot on the Las Vegas Strip, just like showing the Las Vegas Strip and stuff. Like, I've had people reach out to me and say, hey, I need I would love to use clip such and such at this time for a movie that's coming out, or for a commercial, or this or that, of the Las Vegas Strip. Like, how much would that be? I never sell it because, I don't want to sell my own clip. But if I was into that, that's absolutely a way, because people will find you, and then people always need to use clips for commercials and things like that, guys. And if you get in with one of the big marketing people for a big advertising company, you're in like Flint, guys. So that's definitely a way you can do it there. Number seven, musician, a musician. Now, it used to be like, if you were a musician, you were either starving or you were like super famous and a millionaire, right? The internet and the way social platforms have evolved, it's totally made an opportunity for there to be hundreds of thousands of musicians that make middle-class type incomes, guys, because of streaming, because of the way people can be discovered now, and those kinds of things, guys. There can be a whole bunch of people that are successful musicians. Now, how do you become a successful musician? Well, once you need some type of talent, right? You got to be able to either create really nice beats, you got to be able to sing good. Like, you need some type of talent to be a musician. And it's not just you need to be a good singer. You might need to be good on drums or whatever. This route, say you're just a beat maker, for instance, you just make nice beats or whatever. I would reach out to vloggers like crazy. Vloggers are always looking for music to put in their vlogs, right? And they get sick of putting the same kind of music in it, and it's always hard to find new beats and those kinds of things. I would reach out to every vlogger you possibly can and say, hey, I noticed you use, music clips in there. I would love for you to use my music clips in your videos. If you're interested, I got some really good ones. Please check it out. Those kinds of things. If you can't get in touch with them, especially the big ones, I would try to do, like, go to book signings, like anything that you can do where you might meet them in person, or you might meet their manager in person if they have a manager. Those kinds of things, guys. And get your name out, and don't try to like sell them like, hey, I'll give you all these beats for $1,000 or something. What you want to do, you just want to give away your beats for free, and as long as they give you a shout out in the description, or preferably in the video where they the song's playing or whatever, and it says your name. I know Gary Vaynerchuk on his channel, he does this all the time, guys. He has tons of beat makers for his vlogs, right? And they always give shout outs as far as when a song's playing, they always show what artist it is and what the song name is. And I'm sure those artists are getting, he gets, thousands or tens of thousands of views on all his videos pretty much. So all those artists are getting all that publicity. And then maybe that person, some of those people that are watching that vlog like it enough that they go check it out. They go stream their songs, and the artist makes money for that. Maybe they go buy their songs on iTunes and they make money that way, guys. So musician absolutely can be a thing that you can make money in nowadays more than ever. It's just, it's still as hard as ever to break out and to be a superstar, right? But as far as that middle class, it's been totally opened up, guys. It used to be you got to get a record deal or you're going to be nothing. Now you can be something without the record deal. Number eight, an Etsy seller. If you are creative and you create creative things, Etsy is a phenomenal platform for you to sell on. Very easy for you to sell on there. And this is really good if you're creative and you make stuff like, something like this, like, this guy helping up this guy. Like, that's a creative thing. That would be a phenomenal product to sell on Etsy. Like, this guy, he's sitting there thinking, like, that's a great example of something you can make and then sell on Etsy. So Etsy is a phenomenal platform for that, and you could definitely make $100 a day, especially if you're making more expensive type stuff, because believe me, a lot of people that will pay a lot of money for some stuff on Etsy, guys, because it's abstract, or it's something that you just can't get at a store. Like, people will pay thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars, and you might have only put in $10 or $50 worth of materials to that. You just put in a lot of time, but somebody will buy it. I mean, think about it, guys. People pay tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars for paintings. Like for something abstract that's not a normal thing that they can't get at a store, they'll pay up for that if it's a cool thing, guys. So if you're creative, you're good with your hands, you make stuff like that, Etsy, phenomenal platform for you. Number nine way to make 10 out of the 10 ways to make $100 online is podcasting. So podcasting, somewhat similar to YouTube in that you can probably get ads if you're doing podcasts on some platforms, right? Depends on which one you're podcasting on. But also, the main way to make money podcasting is, one, it's kind of similar to Instagram, Facebook, where you can sponsor things. You can give a shout out to, whatever company pays you if you have a following big enough, one way. Or you can also have affiliate links all linked in your podcast there. So, when you click on a podcast, usually there's a big bunch of nothing there, basically. You can have all your links to all types of products and books and things like that through Amazon. And as long as you're signed up for the Amazon affiliate program, which was not like a complicated thing or like an exclusive club to get in there, as long as you're signed up for the Amazon affiliate thing, anytime someone clicks on one of those links, you get paid for that as long as they buy something within a 24-hour period. So it doesn't even matter if they buy that product. If they buy something else, if they click on your link there and you got a camera linked and then somehow they buy an iPad off Amazon or something like that, an Amazon Echo, you're still getting paid for that as long as it's bought within the next 24 hours, guys. So that's the real way. Affiliate links is a big one in podcasting, in my opinion. And the last one, number 10 is consulting. Consulting is absolutely a way you can make $100 a day online. Now, consulting, there's so many different ways you can go, but you got to pick. If you're going to consult on something, you need to be really good at it, if not great at it. You got to have an immense amount of knowledge. So there's a different, if you want to consult, you either need to reach out to people or you need to have people reach out to you. So when you're good at something, try to get your name out there through YouTube, through Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, like whatever way you can possibly, and then, refer people back to you as a consultant, and you will consult for this amount of money or whatever. I mean, and it depends on how good you are at something, if you can even consult on it. Like, there's very few things I feel like I have enough knowledge on that I could consult someone about it. The stock market, I could do that. Entrepreneurship, yeah, I could do that. And a little bit of social media, but really only YouTube I would feel comfortable, and that's probably about it. You know what I mean? So whatever it is you want to consult on, you got to really have a lot of belief in yourself, and you got to feel like you're good or great at it, and you've got to have heard from a lot of other people that you're good or great at this thing if you're going to consult, guys. But get your name out there through the different social platforms, and then people will pay for you if they want your knowledge, guys. If they want your knowledge, they will pay you a lot of money. I mean, some of the, think about if you follow Gary Vaynerchuk, like I bet you so many people pay him so much money for his consulting, just to hear his opinion on how they can grow and those kinds of things on social media and businesses, how they can grow. Like, you could definitely make $100 a day on there, but you got to be good at something. You got to get your name out. So this is a long video today, 10 ways on how you can make $100 a day online. I hope you guys enjoyed it. By the way, my book is linked in that description.